welcome to Ellen Ruth Soap. I'm Ellen, and today I'm going to be making the first in a series of soap using these gemstones that I got from Soma Sundries. I will leave a link down below. If you know Ophelia's soap here on YouTube, she's a fabulous soap maker, and she also has a soap supply shop, and I got these from her. She had a sale going on, so I have, these are called, I'm looking it up because I don't want to get the name wrong. These are Chevron Banded Amethyst. Aren't those gorgeous? Today we're going to start with the amethyst. Isn't that purple color? I'm sorry about the glare, but you'll see more later when I unbag them. They're just gorgeous. And so to go with those stones, the scent that I chose is Dewberry. This is from Wholesale Supplies Plus. And let me read the scent description for Dewberry. It just sounded fresh and lovely. So it says, this fresh, clean scent with just the right amount of sweetness is a delicate blend of dewberry nectar, bright cassis, I hope I'm saying that right, cassis, southern Valencia, yuzu, blackberry, black plum, vanilla sugar, and musk. So it's a really nice combination. Definitely fruity, but the musk and the vanilla sugar sort of add a depth to it. So, and it's not like a sickly sweet, it's just lovely. And I've soaped with it before, it behaves really well. So I haven't even pulled my colors yet to go with these stones and this fragrance. So by the time I get my oils and prepped and bring you back for making the soap, I will have my colors and talk you through that. But there's the fragrance, there's the stone. That's my springboard for inspiration. And so let me gather my ingredients and make some decisions on colors, and we'll be right back to make this amethyst and dewberry soap. Okay, we're back and it's soap additives time, but first let's talk about the colors. I found my inspiration, so I just was studying these stones and looking at them, and here's the colors that I came up with. First, I want to use a little bit of this pretty purple from Be Scented, because it is indeed very pretty, and it's purple and the amethyst are purple, so you know this one spoke to me. Also, I'm going to use a little of this Cheshire Cat from Nurture Soap. This is gorgeous, trust me on that. This is a beautiful dark purple and I love it. And then to really make the purples pop, I'm going to use a little bit of this blackberry mica from Nurture Soap, and this is kind of an eggplant color. It's very, very dark and it almost has like a gray cast to it, and I thought it would just really accent the other purple tones. So those three colors, I am going to do a touch of my titanium dioxide in the uncolored portion, because this fragrance does have a little bit of vanillin, which you know is one of the reasons it smells so good. So the fragrance is already in here. I've soaped with it before and it soaps very nicely, so no issues there. It's already in here. And so now let's get to the additives. This is going to be a goat milk soap today. So I have my goat milk here that I have water discounted from my lye portion to make room for that. I'm going to go ahead and put it in here. This is milk in oil method. And I find this to be the easiest way to add milks in my soaps or powders, but for fresh milks, I love the milk and oil method. It's just so simple. And now we've got our colloidal oats and kale and clay. As per usual, you know I love it. A nice heaping 2 tablespoons of each in here. I get asked what is the ratio of additives, dry additives to oils. The suggested ratio is anywhere from 1 to 2 teaspoons per pound of oil. I go a little less than that because I'm adding both of these in, so I do a little less, but it's a loosey-goosey thing. I've actually seen people put a heavy load of clays in their soap, like 1 to 2 tablespoons per pound of oils, and it still makes a beautiful bar. So the dry additives, you've got some wiggle room there. I suggest trying test batches and seeing what you like. This is what I like, so let me get it blended up so we can move forward. We're back and I've got my lye solution all ready to go, and what the plan is to make the colors and pour them in the mold, and then take my hanger tool, and this is a gear tie. It's just a flexible gear tie that you get in a pack in like the hardware section. There's a link in my Amazon store for these. They make a fantastic hanger tool. But what I'm going to do today is not swirl it, which is a circular motion. I want to do a choppy up and down motion to kind of look like a more rock look. So that's what I'm going to do with the hanger tool today. We'll see how it comes out, and then we'll get those beautiful stones down on top. But first, we've got to make some soap. So here's my lye solution, which has cane sugar, tussa silk fibers, and sodium lactate in here. And this has been water discounted for the volume of goat milk in there. So let's get to it. And you'll watch this turn colors here from this light beige to a more caramel color, and that is the lye reacting with the sugars in the goat milk, and that's totally normal. It's the next day, and look how pretty that is. Those colors, just as a pop of color. I'm loving it. So I'm anxious to see how that chop with the hanger tool came out, and there's only one way to find out. So let's get in here and see what we've got going on the inside. We're back with the lovely Olga and cut into our first loaf. Here is the plan, and of course my biggest obstacle is going to be trying not to hit any of those beautiful amethyst stones on top. Oh my word, I get so excited about doing these soaps, and then when it comes time to cut, I'm like, not fun. Let's see. Really close. All right. Just got to do it. All right, we made it on the first loaf. Hooray. Let's see how that choppy came. Oh, that's cool. It's a little blopped together. I thought it was a little more fluid than that, but let's keep going and see what we got. Love the top, love the colors. Okay, we're getting a little more of the choppy thing going. I think these are cool. I didn't want to do a swirl in here. I really wanted to do something different, and this is different. I do like it though. I think that's cool. Maybe it kind of looks like the banded amethyst, right? So this fragrance was really nice to work with. I didn't have any issues. It traced very, normal time frame, and it smells great. It kind of blossoms as I cut into this. The fragrance is sort of blossoming, and it got good reviews on scent retention. So that is all a plus. I think these are cool. I am liking the color combo together also. I think they really represent the stone on top. I'm happy with the overall look. All right, let's get into the next loaf and hopefully be able to cut it without hitting any of my stones. All right, we made it. Yay! Super cool. Oh, that one came out kind of groovy. Interesting. And has such a little sliver on top. Loving it. So, this being a goat milk soap with milk and oil method, when I do my liquid milks, that's how I like to do it. But for many, many years, we raised our own dairy goats, and I made cheese, and we drank the raw milk, and it was fantastic, and I had so much extra that I could make soap with it. Well, and I have a girlfriend who also raises goats, and organically and pasture raised, and they're just beautiful, and she has Nubians, and she milks them, and I was getting milk from her after we sold our goat herd after our children moved out, because you know what, having dairy animals is a lot of work, and I didn't realize how much I really relied on my children's help. They were such a big help. Anyway, all that being said, I would save it up. I would freeze it and save it up. So when I thought I have this beautiful farm fresh goat milk, and eventually one of these days I'm going to run out, and I'm going to have to think about what to do. I've got enough for probably to get me through this year, but then eventually I'm going to run out of raw goat's milk. All right, let's get into the last loaf. Yeah, my girlfriend has a lot of customers. There's a big demand for raw goat's milk. And so me buying it just for soap when there's people out there that want it for nutrition, and, so she's got to give those clients priority over my soap making, which I totally understand. So I've got a little bit left. I'll be making goat milk soap for a while yet, but it's got me thinking about the future and what to do when my freezer runs out. That one's cool. This is more like what I was imagining it would look like. Loving that. So it's one of the conundrums of, soap making, getting supplies. There's supply issues all over the place. The last several years have been an interesting time for everybody. But yeah, us soap makers are not off the list of having supply issues. And that's all I'm going to say on that. But we're doing okay for now. And so I'm loving goat milk soap, and I'm going to keep making it as long as I've got a stock. And, maybe I will switch to powdered milk. I think that is a fantastic option. I've done coconut milk powders, buttermilk powders, cream powders. I think it makes fantastic soap. So maybe I'll do that. We will see. To be announced at a later date. Anyway, thank you for joining me for soap number 1 in my gemstone series. I hope you come back for the next soaps coming up in this series. Thanks for taking the time, and I hope you have a wonderful day.